Yeah, definitely. I mean, this was always the goal of mine. I think it's every fighter's dream and goal is to get to the UFC, to the big stage. And I've been in here for 8 years now, and I feel like a veteran. I'll be able to help guys. I got my little brother Lucas Rosa, who is state champion wrestler from New England, who's coming up. He's just an amateur, but he's like undefeated now. So it's fun to build the next generation, and and still be here and still doing what I love and still chasing my dreams in a world title. So I think I'm getting better every time. I got a little late start in this sport, but man, this is really what I love to do. I love fighting and I love being here. But as you said, like the fond memories, like I'll never forget my UFC debut. I fought #9 ranked Dennis Seaver in Stockholm, Sweden on 5 days' notice. I was 178 pounds. I had to cut 33 pounds to make the 45 limit, and I never forget. Like I think I really was able to do it because of like my heart and the love for it. Like that weight cut and that time and that travel was so hard and so hard to do, but like that little extra push, to make the weight, and then I ended up getting performance of the night bonus, fight of the night bonus against Dennis Seaver, and it was bittersweet because I lost the fight, but that was like my welcome to the UFC moment. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got in the cage, I looking across a legend, a guy that I looked up to fighting as a little kid, and then to go in there and square up with him. That was pretty special to me. Yeah, for sure. There's something that I think is very important with mixed martial arts is, being able to learn and be open-minded. You have to have an open mind to be great in this sport. And I've had the privilege of training with some of the best teams in the planet. I trained at American Top Team for, 10 years since I got started in this, training at American Combat Gym, Stanford MMA, some of the top gyms. And also I've traveled the entire planet, man. I've went to Thailand to train Muay Thai. I went to Holland to train Dutch kickboxing. I've been to Cambodia, to get the mental aspect of the game and train Bokatar. So I've trained all different types of martial arts, and I'm a true martial artist. So that's really what I take the most pride in, more than anything, more than fighting and all this stuff is the mixed martial arts aspect of it. So, I continue to do that. I continue to grow, continue to learn. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu under Charles McCarthy, Ricardo Laborio. That's something that I was able to achieve my black belt in 8 years, which is pretty quick for an American, and man, something I take a lot of pride in. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I mean, it takes, in this sport in particular, other sports like fighters' prime is young. It's like 23, 24 football players, but you're seeing the champions are a lot older and they're becoming superstars. Some of the guys that I really look up to a lot, like George Masvidal, even Brandon Moreno got cut from the UFC, came back, he won a world championship, and these are the type of things that people that even Dustin Poirier coming back from the Conor McGregor loss. Like I remember being in the gym when he lost that fight and how devastated he was, and be able to come back and then beat him. So I've seen it done before, and even if I haven't seen it done before, I'd still try to do it. But the fact that I got the blueprint, I've seen what these guys have done, I've seen it been done, I know it can be done again, and that's my goal, and that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, absolutely. The championship mindset, I think the biggest attribute in all of fighting is mindset. I've been in gyms all over the world, and I've seen so many talented fighters, thousands of talented fighters, and they have all the attributes. They got the skills, they got the jump, they got the strength, they got everything. But the most important thing, I think, out of all of it, and I've seen the most successful guys who don't even have all those attributes, like the athleticism and stuff, be great, is because of their mindset. In this sport in particular, I think mindset is the most important attribute you could have. Yeah, it's war, man. When I go in that cage every time, it doesn't matter who's standing from the other side of me, man. I've been, like I said, I fought in Stockholm, Sweden, all the way, fought the European champion in Dennis Seaver. I've been to Mexico, fought Yair Rodriguez, fight that I thought I won. I lost a split decision in Mexico City, his hometown. A fight, I'd still love to have back one day, and I see him at the top of the rankings, number 1 or 2 in the world, and a fight I thought I won. But like I said, man, I mean, every time I go in there, it's war, and I'm ready. And as far as Justin James, I mean, he's on a little bit of a skid. I'm sure he's going to be hungry, he's going to be desperate, but that's something that I have. I have a lot of experience. I've seen guys get in there desperate, make big mistakes, and I'm going to capitalize on that. I'm super pumped about it. I think everywhere. I can honestly say, I kind of thought that, my last fight when I fought Derek Minor, like I know I was a better fighter, and it just sometimes, like, you go in there and a guy pitches a perfect game. Like, it's like you go in there, you got the World Series, you got the best team, you got the Tom Brady, you got the perfect record going to the Super Bowl, and the other team plays a perfect game. And I truly feel like kind of that's what happened last time. I think my opponent did that, but you know what I'm saying? This is something I'm ready for. I see that I'm better than Justin James everywhere. I think there's not any spot anywhere that he's better than. I think he's pretty strong, he's a little powerful, but this is stuff I've been working on all camp, and I'm ready to shine Saturday night. Yeah, man, I'm due. I'm 50% on performance bonuses. I got that. I got the most all-time wins in Boston. I got that last my last bonus I got was in my hometown of Boston. Got a first round armbar over Manny Bermudez, which was probably the most like exhilarating moment of my life, coming off a 2-year layoff and neck injury and coming back after doctors told me I would never fight again, and to get performance of the night in front of my whole home crowd, people that I grew up with in my hometown, set the record for most all-time wins in Boston, passing Conor McGregor. And man, this is yeah, man. I think I'm due, man. I'm due for another one.